Hey guys, this is Tucker Peebles here from BlueArrow Telematics. I'm the lead developer here, and I just wanted to give you guys a quick overview of our fuel card integration called BlueArrow Fuel. Now this is the screen you'll see right when you log in. This is our dashboard, and we really wanted to focus on only displaying the relevant information to you right when you log in, so you're not overwhelmed with a lot of data. So this first section right here is the bad transaction section. This is where you're going to see a list of bad transactions that have occurred over the last couple of weeks. And there's 3 different types of bad transactions that this app will search for. The first one is a fuel level mismatch. And this just means that the amount of fuel purchased doesn't match the amount of fuel put into the vehicle. This yellow one, this is more of a warning. This just means that the vehicle wasn't reporting any data at the time of the transaction. So that's just something that we wanted to make you aware of in case you wanted to look into it. But it's not necessarily a bad transaction. And this third icon represents a location mismatch. So that means that the vehicle was not at the gas station at the time of the transaction. So you know that that indicates some fuel card fraud. Besides that, there's just a little bit of details about this transaction. And if you wanted to get more details about it, you can click on this map icon over here. And this will show you a lot more information about the transaction, but namely over here is this map section where it'll show you how far apart the vehicle was from the gas station, some details about the transaction that would trigger a bad transaction, which is the distance and the fuel level difference. But one feature that we really like is the ability to correct the gas station location. So let's say, for instance, this gas station was actually over here. We've seen this happen before where gas stations don't necessarily match up with the physical GPS coordinates on Google Maps, so it would incorrectly throw bad transactions and you would spend a lot of time weeding through false positives. So a feature that we've implemented is a way to correct that, so you don't have to wait for Google to go in, which could take 3 to 6 months for them to correct the location. So you just click correct it, you click where you wanted to go, you click save. I'm not going to do that right now because that is the right location. But then for all the future transactions, it will use the correct gas station location. And then over here is our worst offenders list. It's just at a glance, you can tell which vehicles are really becoming a problem. This will by default show the last 2 weeks. You can choose your date range the same way you can here with a date picker. And this will basically, if you have somebody that has 3, 4, 5 bad transactions over maybe a couple of weeks, you know that you need to call them into the office, have a discussion with them, figure out what's going on in that situation. So getting this set up is really simple. I'm going to take you over to the fuel card screen. This is where you would basically go in, you would add all of the cards and link them to the vehicle in WheelOn. So if we were going to add a new card, you would just come in here, maybe we want to link it to this vehicle, which is all these are pulled directly from WheelOn, and add in the unique card ID, which is from the fuel card provider. This is what the driver puts in at the pump to be able to use the card, and then put the name on the card. We'll just do that. You can click submit. You can see it pops up right here, and we use this linked information to process the data every night. So besides that, whenever we process the data, you're going to get an email, and it's going to look like this. Only one per night, and only if there are bad transactions during that previous day. It's just going to give you a quick overview of all of the bad transactions for the day, their type of transaction, which vehicle is involved, and this just lets you know that you might need to go log in and do a little bit more research into these bad transactions. So I think that's pretty much it for a quick overview. There's a lot more things we can get into, but just wanted to give a quick overview of how the app works.